Eggwanga erya Uganda nga lyetegekera okugenda mu kalulu aka 2026. Uganda eri mu bwerinde era nga budget zitandise okuvaayo ez'okulaba nga akalulu kano kagenda bulungi naddala mu kakiiko ak'ebyokwerinda katandise okwetegeka era nga ne roadmap weba Uganda kwenaagoberera mu kulonda tugenda okutuuka nga kuli smooth almost yafulumye. Kati nno paliamenti eya Uganda yavuddeyo nekubaganya ebirowoozo ku ngeri okuddamu okweriwandiisa abagenda okulonda saako n'abo okulaba na buli omu okulaba nga amanya wa wanaalondera n'abo abatalondangako okulaba nti basobola nabo okulonda. Kati nno paliamenti yavuddeyo nekubaganya ebirowoozo naye ate waabaddewo okusika omugwa saako n'okuwanyisa ebigambo wakati wa leader of opposition ono nga ye Joel Ssenyonyi saako ne deputy speaker Thomas Tayebwa okusinziira ku nsonga eno eyabadde mu ddiiro era nga bajjayo obuwaayiro mu ssemateeka nga bagezaako okulaba buli omu atangaaza munne oba buli omu awabula munne ku ngeri enkola eno gye baataddewo wegenda okutambula. Sooka olabe nga bwe byabadde mu paliamenti eya Uganda.
It depends on how you present your matter and how you qualify your matter. Okay? If you want us to adjourn debate, for example, under which Honorable Saro Pendi was moving, it means I will adjourn debate maybe to tomorrow, maybe to another day. It's me interpreting. I'm the custodian of rules. Yeah. So, okay? Now, if you are saying no, refer it to a committee. You are telling me to send a matter to a committee makes a report, a new report comes here, they present it, we debate the report and come up with a resolution, which is different from a statement that doesn't require a resolution. Okay? So that's how I interpreted it, Honorable colleague.
Honorable Speaker, yes, I do see that further guidance of yours, but you see, according to our rules, when you proceed further 60 and so on, a motion, actually, the Speaker has limited space regarding a motion. For as long as a motion gets to be seconded, and it has carried majority members, the Speaker actually cannot stifle that motion. That's according to our rules, sir.
So this motion, the motion of Honorable Sarah, Honorable Pendi, I would have proceeded under what rule?
Rule 59, sir.
It's 59 what?
Procedure, Mr.
We have 59.
They can give further guidance.
No,
mine was actually...
Just Honorable Rob. We have 59.1, okay, which starts from A to O. We have 59.2. Now you are saying 59.1K is redundant. Okay? So now what I'm saying, I have interpreted Honorable Sarah's motion, a very good example. Okay? And my interpretation is simple. This is the statement provided for under Rule 52. On a statement, you don't make a resolution. Very clear? Honorable Sarah Pendi stands up, says, refer the statement to the committee. The committee, listen, 59C motion is motion for adjournment of debate. Adjournment, you have not concluded debate. You're just adjourning debate. So you are sending me to the committee. A committee will make a report will come here. We adopt resolutions from the committee report. So, but anyway, that shouldn't derail us. Our chairman committee on rules is here. Maybe I have chairman committee on rules, let him guide.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable
just
Speaker.
chairman committee on rules, wait a bit. Let me listen to Honorable Numbers. You can guide together.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, the point of procedure I want to raise is to assist those who will read this answered when it finally comes out. Mr. Speaker, you overruled a motion that had been moved and seconded on the grounds that you did not consider it to be an emergency. But the reasons you gave were indicating that in fact this is an emergency because you said we don't have time as a country, the elections are very important, they are the doorsteps, they are constitutional days, and you were pointing at emergencies, why this is really an emergency, and then you were ruling that we cannot move a motion basing on that, on 59K. So I just want to be guided. How will this be reconciled when people get to read the Hansard? The ruling of the speaker who is disallowing a motion seconded, consider giving reasons that it is not an emergency, him coming out to say, I'm doing this because this is really an emergency.
Thank you. Number one, the motion was not seconded. Because for it to be seconded, I must first allow it. So I just want that one to be very clear. Shouting around that seconded is not going on record. When it is seconded, I call for the seconders and they go on the record of Parliament. That's number one. Number two, honorable colleagues, we have just picked 3-4 colleagues. For you, after submitting, you want suffocated debate. You don't want others to debate. When others were standing up all over, because if I had taken it at that time, all these people wouldn't have spoken. They came, they want to speak, including L.O.P, who raised the matter. Okay? Including L.O.P, who raised the matter. He wouldn't have spoken at that time. Now, I would have been unfair to a member who raised the matter. Okay? You get it? So, then number 3, honorable colleagues, number 3, Rule 59 has an elaborate number. There are motions which are not in my opinion. Motion by way of amendment to a question already proposed by the Speaker is not in my opinion. Motion for adjournment for purposes of discussing a definite matter of urgent public importance is not in my opinion. Motion for adjournment of debate. Motion for the suspension of any rule under procedure. All these are not in my opinion. I'm instructed. Okay? Okay? But then I must be very, very cautious and we strike a balance. But honorable colleagues, this is a non-partisan matter. I'm hearing both sides. Okay? I'm hearing both sides speaking the same language. We have a problem. So I would request really that we remain focused and we sort it. But I had allowed Chairman Committee on Rules to
thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker.
And then we continue.
First of all, emergency does not necessarily mean that it is not important. Or important does not necessarily mean emergency. A matter may be important, yet it is not an emergency issue. And this matter is quite important. And I'm sure we all acknowledge that. However, I think, Right Honourable Speaker, the Honourable Saropend did a disservice to this House. Other than bluntly saying I move under Rule 59, you would say I rule under Rule 59(1) C, and if it is C, it is pure about to adjourn the debate to another date. All. And the same debate. But once you bring in other issues, then it ceases to be debate. Because the most important aspect of her motion was to refer the motion to the committee, not pure adjourning. The only rule which is relevant to this should have been only under Rule 59(1)K, where the Speaker must determine that actually it is of emergency nature, and therefore it should proceed. I hope I get that. I get myself clear on that. And therefore it should proceed. But this is all different. So, in my view, since I don't see where the controversy is. Do we need a thorough debate over this matter? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Because the credibility, the integrity of any election starts with the register and registration. Colleagues, you will be the one crying foul if there is no integrity with that register. All of us, whether you are pink, purple, yellow, red, it doesn't matter. We all need a credible register and a credible process. However, Right Honorable Speaker, what is the end of this debate we are having now?
That's what I must guide
Where
on.
is the end?
That's what I must guide
So
on.
we now need guidance of the Speaker, because that is within his power. To say the way the debate is proceeding, we might need a process that will give solutions to the challenge we are having. And maybe, Right Honorable Speaker, I plead with you, guide now.
Thank you. Honorable colleagues, I had wanted L.O.P, okay, as a mover, as the one who raised the question.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Yes.
By the way, for the record, I was not at all in support of Honorable Sarah Pendi's motion, at all. Because it is important that this debate gets to run through. I was only saying, let her not be knocked out technically, that at that point, we would have subjected her motion to secondment. Of course, she wasn't going to have anyone seconding, and then would throw it out. But Right Honorable, let me proceed quickly, Right Honorable. Firstly, I want to thank the Deputy Attorney General. Everyone has been lambasting him. I want to thank you, sir, for coming with a statement. I disagree with the content of the statement and so on, but the fact that you have brought a statement, credit to you, because you see, many times this front bench here, members across, by the way, opposition, government side, raise issues, ministers promise we are going to report back, and they never do. So I want to thank you that you have come back, but also that he followed up with me. He reached out to me and asked that I list for him the concerns that I raised here. The challenge, though, is that he did not address the issues that I put to him when he reached out. But still, I thank you that you reached out. Right Honorable Speaker, the biggest disagreement I have with the Deputy Attorney General, he concluded his statement by saying the activity is going well. It is not, my brother. You have had colleagues who are raising concerns. So that was your number one undoing. This process is not going well. That's why we are raising these concerns. Inadequate awareness. Honorable Speaker, the Electoral Commission put out a call in October last year of expression of interest to conduct voter education for the 2025-2026 general elections. This was 14th October. And many stakeholders did apply, civil society organizations and so on, to support the voter education process. But the Electoral Commission has to date not accredited any of them. And yet the Electoral Commission is saying we're using our limited resources to do a few talk shows here and there and that kind of thing to create awareness. But you put out a call to be supported as the Electoral Commission. And here is the letter signed by the Secretary to the Electoral Commission, 14th October. Why was this call put out? Because the Electoral Commission knows it does not have full capacity across the country to do voter education. And the election process is a process, like I'm saying. It's not just on election day. So I don't know why the Electoral Commission put out this call. Many stakeholders applied to do voter education, and it has not given them feedback. It has not accredited them. It's as if to say that the Electoral Commission is sufficient in and of itself, and yet it is not. Maybe they need to help us understand why. Honorable Speaker, LCs, GSOs, DSOs, previously one of my concerns was why are we having all of these? Maybe LC, yes, but now GSO, DSO, HISO.
nkwebaza kubanga
What
olaba video
role
eno
do they
nogimalako
have
nkusaba olikinge
in this? They are not known, by the way, by most people.
follow
And they also don't know most people.
tuwerabira n'okuteekawo kikyolowooza
Which is in contrast to an LC, because LCs, they know their people.
mu Uganda ngeri kwetegekera
Why are we bringing in all these people? And now they are bothering the population,
mukaaga.
asking them for money. 10,000 shillings, 20,000 shillings if you need a recommendation. And people cannot afford, many of these, especially the young people. Somebody has just clocked 18, they're still in school, they're even looking for pocket money because they're going back to school. Now you, a DISO, a GISO, you are asking them to give you their pocket money so that you recommend them. It is not acceptable. Honorable Speaker, there's a lot of information asking. With your permission, I don't know, you will guide, sir.